Hi everyone and welcome. Today inshallah we will talk about RAG systems, one of generative AI applications. It's very useful, and this is where you ask the large language model a question, and he will answer from your own documents, not from his training. So this is very useful because you will have control over your documents. You are not going to send them out. Everything will be happening locally on your machine, and of course it will be much cheaper in this way. For example, here we will ask a question: who can use Aspen Academics? Okay. So just to let you know, I have a document here. It's Aspen 1 for academics. Okay, so my RAG should go through this document and should give me an answer about this. So who can access this? We will find this here: professors, students. Okay, and we should find this also here: who is qualified for Aspen 1. Education institutions and those who are doing free work. Okay, so we should expect that our RAG system will be able to identify this. So let's see. Okay, so let's make this in a better way. Okay, he is telling me that higher education institutions and those who are doing things freely. So again, it's the same answer that we have seen in my document. Okay, so today we will go through the steps to see how this system is working and how he is getting these results. Okay, so the first of all, we will upload a file. Here I will make project 2. This is where I want to put my file. Let me remove this and I will upload a file here from Wikipedia for Thomas Edison. Okay, so just to see the file together, here will be just downloaded this web page from Wikipedia. Okay, and it's 35 pages. So once we upload this, we should find this document in my project. So if I go here to my project, you should be able to find this here. Now this document has been added to my project. Okay, so the second step is to do a processing step. Okay, so I will tell him, please go to this path, okay, this project, find this document and start doing the processing. So what is the processing that that will happen? Okay, so I will show you the code here very quickly. So in processing a file, so this is the start of the processing. We will load this document. This means that we will get the text from this document. Then we will create something called chunks. Okay, so chunks, it's small pieces of this document, text pieces, and we put them in a database, okay, in a table. And once we have the chunks, okay, here, we will start what we call embedding. So this text, it will be converted to vector or to some numbers. So we have a model that is pre-trained like the large language models in order to take the text and convert it to numbers. Okay, so this is what we mean by embedding. So once we have these embeddings, we will save all of that in my database. Okay, so for example, let's see the file that we have uploaded here. He's telling me that he has created this amount of chunks. So let's see the database together. Okay, so this is the old or the not updated database. This is where we have Aspen brochure. So now let's refresh this database and we will see that we have new items coming from the Edison paper. Okay, and if we see, we have small text here in the table. Okay, each piece of text will have something like this, a list of numbers. This is the vector or the embedding vector. Okay, and why we need this? Because once we have a query or a question from the user, we will do the same for this. We will convert it to a vector like this, an embedding vector like this, and this gives me the capability to compare between the question or the query embedding with all these embeddings here. Okay, and once we do that, we will be able to choose the similar text or the similar embedding, and based on that we will have the accurate text. Or let's say, rather than accurate, we will say the similar as possible text that compare to this question. Okay, so once we have this done, I have my table here. We can start the second or the third step, which is a search. So search here, I will do this independently, okay, just to show you the results that are coming from the rank. Okay, so for example, here we will ask a question: when was Thomas born? Okay, let's send that. Here we have no answer, we have just results. Okay, so he will go through the text that we have in the document, and he will try to get the most or the more similar text to my question. Not only a text, it's the meaning of the text, the context of the text that we have. Okay, and this is what you can see here. So based on this, we can add extra layer for the LLM, where we will provide the question or the query with all these results, and let the LLM reply or answer this. Okay, so if we go here, so search, we have talked about that. We have seen how the query will be embedded, and we will do this search. Okay, so we will do the embedding of the query, and then we do the search. For my project here, I'm using something called Hybrid. This is where we do search by using the vector, the embedding vector, and keywords, like both of them, to give more accurate results. Okay, but again, we can do only the vector search. Okay, and then the generation, it's the same as search. We will do the embedding for the query and all these steps. But at the end, we will just, let me show you this in the generation service. We will provide the LLM with something called the full prompt. The full prompt is the system prompt. This is where I'm telling the LLM what is his rule, what he's going to do. Okay, so here you will find that you are required to answer the questions based on the provided text. The provided text will be here in the context text, and this is coming from the search that I have done. I have chosen, let's say, the top 3 chunks, or the top 5 chunks, or the top 10, whatever, and provide them here, and then provide the query. So the LLM will be able to see the query and see the results or the answers, and he will choose from them. Okay, so this can be seen here. So if we go here to the generation, okay, so let me take this out and let's try when was Thomas born. Okay, so let's see what will happen here. Okay, he is telling me that he was born on this date, and he's giving me also the source. Okay, so here, if we expand these sources, we can see the exact text coming from the document that we have provided. Okay, so maybe let's try something else. How his wife died. Okay, and we should see something coming from the text also. So according to the sources, okay, giving me something here from unknown cause, but they are thinking that this could be because of morphine overdose or something. Okay, so this is how RAG systems work. Hopefully this was useful, and thank you.